Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. I am wearing, I know, a camo shirt, but most of my favorite shirts are neon bright. So I really like camo too, and I hunt and all these other things. So I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts today. It's weird, I know, I don't care. You like it, you don't, or whatever. Anyways, I am CC Sunny. I am the writer and independent author of The Curse of Wrath. It is a dark fantasy romance, clean romance, for ages 13 and up. I'm excited for today's video. Today we are talking about the importance of testing your characters, okay? And the things that you really want to focus on when you're writing your story is your characters. And I would even argue that your characters, their personalities, and their growths are far more important than your world building and even your overall plot line. If people don't like your characters, they're not going to read your book. If they can't relate to them, if they cannot find a way to like your characters and root for them or want to relate to them, then you're going to lose a lot of readers for your story, okay? So one of the biggest things that readers, and myself included, that we love to see in our books is, number one, the growth and change over the course of the story. If you have no weaknesses that your characters need to work on, no fears, that if they're just perfect, no one's really going to stick with your characters. Like, why am I reading this book? And it would be interesting, now that I think about it, if you made your characters perfect and then you had things happen to them along the line on the road that made them imperfect. That would be interesting. Kind of like do a reverse of their life being perfect and then turning it into chaos and hardship and all these horrible things happen to them. And then they develop these horrible or just these really bad or problematic traits that define them now, and that they have now new fears. That would be a fun way to do a story too. But you do want to see growth and change in your characters, whether it be for the better or the worse, is very important to do. And number two, one of the most important ways to do this is identifying what is their desire, what is their fear, and what is their misbelief. Once you figure out those traits of your characters, you will know so much better of how to try them, of how to test their fear. Like, if they have a fear of something, you're going to throw their fear right in their face of them having to face it, or threaten their desire of what they want the turnout to be and how they want their lives to be. Threaten that. And their misbelief is how they think. Like for Diana, her misbelief, in a way, in my story, The Curse of Wrath, is that she believes, and the whole goal of her journey is she wants to go home. She wants her freedom. Even though she promised to stay within Beast's kingdom, she still has not given up the hope and belief that she will go home one day, okay? And you want to have these end goals, and then you want to test them or see how they change over the course of your story. Number three is everyone loves an underdog. Okay, so hear me out. I know there's a trope of the chosen one, or the one who has immense power and they don't know what to do, but they have a natural knack and talent for using this new power. And don't do that too much. It's been used a lot, but then too, you are missing such a great opportunity for natural human instinct grit to keep going, keep trying, and to be better. And when you're an underdog, it gives you something to root for and to see that growth happen through hard work and challenges. I don't know I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about this anime or whatnot. I'm not super into it, but I do know of Naruto, and he is the perfect example of a character's growth through his journey of being a ninja. And you get to see him work hard, fail, but succeed too. And then if you look at like the first episode to what he ends up being, it is so satisfying to see him succeed through hard work and trying his best and not giving up on his ideals, or maybe his ideals changing or being challenged. It's amazing. And so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Trust me, you will like it. Stick through the beginning, and then as you watch it, you'll see a lot of fun, interesting characters, but most of all, you'll see true character growth through the series. Another kind of it's not so much a pet peeve, but just something to watch out for is making your characters all strong and badass. And it doesn't come, they're just that way, and it doesn't come at any cost. I would caution to just making them awesome and amazing at the beginning. Usually there is a journey of really hardships and trials that made them badass, okay? I mean, you look at Navy SEALs and the special ops and the forces and the training that they go through, and the rigorous, it's on the verge of torture that they endure to reach that level of being amazing and strong. And usually they have to sacrifice a lot of personal things to fight for others and to succeed and to do these things in their life. Okay, it does come at a cost, and usually that cost, it can either haunt them or it can mold them into their personality of who they are. Have a good balance of, if your character's strong, you want to show a history of how they became strong, what maybe haunts their past, or what traumatic events may have happened that caused them to have these certain fears. You can't just make them super awesome, strong, and amazing and not have any weaknesses or any problems with it. People are not going to like that kind of character. They are all about, how your character changes and grows and, inspires them. Number 4, limit how many physical obstacles or trials you give them. Okay. You're going to tire out your reader if you have a battle scene and then a fight scene and then a running for your life scene, and then if you have all these things back to back to back again and again, you're going to tire out your reader, because it's just action. Action is not always just going to suck your readers in and keep them there. The most important part of the action in the trial is the many fallouts of the consequences of either that physical trial that your characters went through. You want to see, how did that trial affect your characters, both mentally, physically, and emotionally? What state of mind are they in after watching a friend die or nearly dying? I mean, you have so many emotions running through your system, and it's really important when they suffer these things to address and let the reader see what your characters are experiencing, because again, the readers are there for the characters. They're rooting for the characters, and they want to see what they do. Number 5 is not a typical thing you'd think would inspire readers or inspire even your characters to change or do things. And that is number 5, joy and kindness. I know, a weird tip, right? But joy and kindness, it does something when you... Have you ever had anyone do a service for you or an act of kindness, and how do you feel after that happened? You get bubbly feelings of joy, or it inspires you to be better as a person. Growth and change do not have to only happen during hardships and trials. They can happen also when you're experiencing joy and happiness and being together with your comrades and bonding, and it makes it all the more strong and strengthened in your book. And you want to have joy and happiness too, to break up your action, your downer moments, and everything else. You want to see them be happy and experience joy. And there's reasons, obviously, why there's certain videos like of saving a puppy, or these really sweet good deeds. They get millions of views because they inspire us. They make us feel something in our hearts, and they touch us. And you want to, I think personally, it is a very good tool and a great way to give your characters another avenue of depth, and just to see them have fun, and then to see someone change. Another thing is, like, let's say a gray character or a villain, they experience a good deed and they have someone do something kind to them, And you can either like have it touch the villain's heart, maybe just a teeny bit, or the gray character, or you can just crush your readers and beat the person that did the kind deed to you and just piss off your characters is succeeding and making your villain even more mean and hateful and what you wanted. Or you can make it more complex and they're touched by some. But acts of kindness and joy in your books is also a really good opportunity for change and growth in your character. So don't underestimate that tool and that skill. And then it gives your readers a really good break of all the intense drama that happens in your story, okay? So I hope these tips have helped you to realize some of the things that you might want to look at and work on your characters, and to just start looking at ways of what you want your character to be like and how you want their growth process to be. I am on Facebook, Amazon, Goodreads, and Pinterest under CC Sunny 33 on Pinterest. I have all my hopes and dreams and fun things I like to do. And I also have lots of boards of just good advice that I collect from other people as artwork. I want to try to help inspire people through good advice or other means of how, like, things that help me get inspired might help you. So check me out there, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, don't forget to click and subscribe so you can get alerted when I post new videos, and I will see you later. Bye.